Season's greetings and happy holidays from everybody here at GTG Network and Productions. How's it going, everybody? We're back here for day 10, which is really day 8 of Christmas or Goutmas in Goutopia, and I think you guys are gonna like the 3 gifts that we have for you tonight. So, all 3 of them, yet again, are being brought to us by Mr. Huffstuffs. So shouts out to Mr. Huffstuffs. First one, bank account is low and can't sell condo. 9 to 5 is easy, and begging and bit begging. And these are older videos, ladies and gentlemen, older. Okay, so hopefully you guys like it and whatnot. Hope you guys are doing well. Hopefully you guys have gone ahead and started some of your holiday shopping. Some of us are knee deep in it, and this video is coming out super late, but I had stuff to do, ran into friends while I was out. It's always a good thing to kind of make plans to meet up with people. But when you just randomly run into them at the mall or in certain stores or whatever, it's something nice about it and whatnot. And I think it's been, I don't know if I've actually like felt a lot of like the kind of Christmas theme going around lately in my particular area, but as of late, or at least as of the last day or two, it's starting to kind of make its rounds or whatnot. So that's always a great thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get into the present giving at hand, right? So, thank you yet again on behalf of GTG Network and Productions, and let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Oh yeah!
One thing I want to say up front, alright? Incredible thank you to anyone in the past couple of weeks who has supported me here on the streams, in particular those who tipped me. The reason I say that is because I'm not even exaggerating. I've been saying this for weeks. I've been saying right now financially things are really tight and I'm in dire straits because of this bill that just came out of nowhere and I had to pay. And basically there's hundreds and hundreds of dollars that are missing now because of the stupid bill that showed up. That being said,
okay, guys, let me jump in with a little bit of clarification, because if you guys may not remember this is when we found out that he had a sewage bill that he had to cover from back in Connecticut, and apparently he hadn't been paying it for the last 3 years, allegedly, and all of a sudden they found out where Phil was hiding out at, and they sent it to him. By the way, this bill right here is bank account low and can't sell condo. Here we go.
Your tips have helped me out tremendously. Earlier today, this is a true story. Earlier today, I was streaming Hellblade. And as I was streaming Hellblade, people were being very generous, and I got a lot of tips and stuff during the stream, so thank you to those who did tip. While I was streaming, I got an email from my bank telling me that my account balance was dangerously low and in danger of being overdrawn. So what I did is, as the stream ended, I took all those new tips that I had earned during the stream and immediately transferred them into my bank account. It takes about 1 business day, but I'm hoping it'll be in there tomorrow. If not, at the latest, it'll be in there Thursday. And therefore, hopefully it'll cover everything, you know. I don't think I actually have any charges or anything coming up, but just in case. Seriously, like, you guys are awesome. Because I knew I was going to be in dire straits this month because of this stupid bullshit that came out of nowhere. So thank you for your support. And I will say this. Okay, I will say this.
Now, let's talk about a few things that came out of all of that. One, okay, so the bank notifies Phil when he's becoming dangerously low, right? That's what he said right there. So you're telling me, Phil, that let's jump back into our timeline, if you will. Piggy Inception. The bank wasn't notifying you to let you know, hey, Phil, you're starting to come dangerously close before the overdraft kicks in. You may want to make stuff happen for yourself. That's the first thing. Second thing, this is probably one of the bigger things. You don't have any money in your savings account or in your checking account. Like, as soon as you get paid, you just put all of your money into the account so you can pay your bills, and that's it. You don't leave any... You don't have any wiggle room at all? You don't have any leeway? You don't keep a couple $100 in there each month that you don't need? Or are you literally, is it just hoof to mouth with you? That's the next thing. Now, after that, third thing is, when he said that I don't think I have any other expenses or anything coming up. So that means you're somewhat competent. You know what bills that you have hitting those accounts each month respectfully, and you know how much money needs to be there, right? And it's fair to say that the $300, or I can't remember if it was $300 or $400, was meant to go to some bills, right? And that's why you put them in there. But yet again, that goes back to point 2. If you had a bit more wiggle room, meaning leaving a couple $100 there that you just don't need, would help you out. Would help you out immensely to keep you from these problems. You guys see where I'm kind of coming from with this? So he's not saving his money. He does actually have at least some idea when his bills come in. The bank notifies him when he's close to going over his limit, or when the overdraft is going to have to kick in. So what's all the nonsense he's feeding us now then? If, I don't know when this was, I think this is probably over a year ago, he was pretty competent about what the situation was. I don't know. I don't smell no bacon cooking. At least not yet. Let's continue. I guess we'll call it holiday ham, to be honest with you.
If you are watching tonight's live stream, and you enjoy the daily live streams, and you like the on-demand videos on YouTube, you want to see me continue to be able to do this, alright? The 3 ways that you can obviously directly support me tonight is cheering, subbing, and tipping. You will get a shout-out if you do any of those, and you will get an on-screen notification if you cheer 50 bits or more, if you sub to the channel and click the share button, or if you tip me $2 or more, alright? But, right now, in particular, I would really appreciate it if you were going to do one of those things tonight, and you had the option to choose which, if you could tip me. Because, you know, any more additional in the next day or 2 that I can raise and transfer to the bank account to prevent overdraft would be great. Bank of America is a bitch. They charge $35 a pop for overdraft. It's ridiculous. You know, it would be nice for me to say, oh, I have lots of money and you don't have to worry about this shit. It's not the case. It's not going to be the case for a long time. This is the situation I live in right now because of everything going on this year with YouTube, with me being single again, with all these changes. It's going to be rough for a while. I'm hoping in the next year or 2, if I can hang in there and make ends meet, things will end up working out. But for now, this is the situation I'm in. So
now that's another interesting point. I guess Cat wasn't a variable in this just yet. You know what I mean? So, like I said, the link to all 3 of these videos will be down in the description. Yet again, shouts out again to Mr. Huffstuffs. And please, go over there in your spare time, check out the videos, hit the thumbs up on it. You know what I mean? And just continue to show the appreciation for all of our fellow detractors out there. But, yeah, I guess Cat wasn't a factor just yet. Panda made her way out, but the Soul Maid wasn't introduced into the storyline just yet.
Sanguinite says, being single should help me save money, not spend more. Yeah, that's true, except that there's only one income coming into the house now, dude. You seem to forget that when there were 2 people together, there's 2 incomes to help pay the bills, and now I'm paying them all myself. It's a little different. Yeah, some things went down.
He sounds kind of like a greedy thought. Who's making crazy money on Twitch or on whatever campsite of her choices, and yet has a boyfriend or ended up marrying that boyfriend and turning him into a husband and whatnot. It makes him pay all the bills while she basically garners up and enjoys everything she has. That's kind of what Phil is. But here's the thing, Phil. Like, even with Panda's job, how much was she really making and what exactly was she really contributing to that you're taking such a large hit financially? Let's be honest. She wasn't pulling in 6 figures. You know what I mean? I would guess with her job, to be honest with you, and at least the amount of time that she was putting in it, give or take, you should probably really address Tevin with this, praise be almighty. She couldn't have been making no more than like $20,000 or $30,000 a year. So, were you really making her pay all of the bills? Or were you making her pay the majority of the bills? Like, or at least the household income? Or expenses, sorry. Like, what exactly were you making this girl pay? And obviously, she was still wise enough to save up a chunk for her to make her great escape. So, come on, Phil, what are you doing? See, and this goes back to what I've been saying, and as a lot of people have, he was never going to marry Panda. Ever. If he could have kept dragging her along and had this little arrangement, hint, hint, this arrangement keep going on the way it was, he would have. Even if he had to put the engagement ring on her finger. That doesn't mean he has to marry her anytime soon. It would have worked out doing it that way. He liked it as an arrangement, which is even more ironic because that situation with Kat now is very much an arrangement. But I hold to the theory that he really wants to marry this chick. Like, he really wants to, you know, settle in, if you will. But she isn't biting, and probably for good reason. Back to that karma thing, right, Phil? What goes around comes around.
For example, gas cost went way down. Food cost went down. But it doesn't make up for the fact that there were 2 incomes and now there's 1. Rune says, how is the process of selling my condo going? It's not going. It's not going to happen. I said a few months ago, they declined the short sale. They won't let me sell my condo in Connecticut. So I have 2 choices. Either really tough it out here financially, or just don't pay the condo in Connecticut and let them default and foreclose on it, which means I'll have no credit for 10 years, basically. And that's not a good idea, especially because the fact that here with this house, if I ever want to refinance this house or sell this house and get another apartment, I need to have credit in order to do either of those things. So that's why I'm so screwed right now.
And obviously, he's going to go with the refinancing over looking for an apartment. Looking for an apartment now is not even it's not even a question anymore. It's not even in the stratosphere of possibilities anymore. Imagine that.
Okay. Yes, Cress, if you either get foreclosed on or you declare bankruptcy, either or, that destroys your credit report for 8 to 10 years. So basically, in 8 to 10 years, if I ever needed a credit card, a loan, if I wanted to buy a car, if I wanted to refinance a mortgage or anything, I wouldn't be able to do it. I have to wait 8 to 10 years for it to clear up. So, yeah. YOLO Dopper did a 50-bit cheer.
Oh, YOLO Dopper. Uh-oh. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Second gift. 9 to 5 is easy. So, ladies and gentlemen, stop asking him to get a job. He doesn't need a job. He's already done all that. He's beyond that. What he does requires real skill. Like editing. Don't ask Phil to edit videos. Psst, editing's beneath him. He doesn't need to do that garbage. Live streaming's where it's at. Going ahead, doing everything abridged, right there, in the moment, is way more difficult. Way more difficult than sitting there and editing a video for 4 or 5 hours and whatnot. And getting the full appreciation out of that. Psst, that's for chumps. We live stream over here, ladies and gentlemen. That's how Phil gets down. That's how the pig of hate, the king of hate, gets down. That's how he makes his money. That's how he puts his pig milk and butter on the table. Snort.
He says, would it be difficult to adjust to doing a 9 to 5 now that you're out of it for so long? Dude, can I be honest with you? Doing a 9 to 5 would be easy.
No, Phil, keep doing what you're doing and just keep lying to us. It's easier that way.
Because I wake up, get ready for work, go to work, right? Do my work, come home, and I'm done. And sadly, that's just not my life anymore. My life is wake up, get ready for stream, go to stream, done with the stream, upload the videos for the stream, rush downstairs to make food quickly, you know, stuff my face, clean up the kitchen, rush back upstairs, get another stream going. Then, when play that stream's done, upload the videos. Now I gotta babysit the videos, you know. My work day, no exaggeration, it runs from about, I'd say 11:30 to 12 until about 12. It's about 12 straight hours of activity really.
No. Oh, no. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I've done this before. Praise be Almighty, Tevin has done this before. But it's the holiday season, so let's continue the tradition of giving over here at GTG Network and Productions. And in some ways, on the small behalf of the detractor community. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what our piggy does in the morning. I don't smell no bacon cooking. Ladies and gentlemen, our boy wakes up. Our boy wakes up at probably about 10:30, 10:45. He doesn't have to be to stream until he doesn't have to be to stream till 10:30. He probably wakes up at about 9:30, maybe 9 o'clock on a good day, but I would assume 9:30, 9:45. Rolls his ass out of bed. If you're lucky, he washes his face, brushes his teeth, go ahead and deposits his nightly consumption, goes downstairs, drinks a glass of cherry juice to fight off the gout, Speaking of which, I saw someone in the comment section who recommended ocean spray. I hadn't tried that. I actually tried this like organic cherry juice because I was just curious to see what it tastes like. It was alright. It wasn't very... It's not my cup of tea. But it was alright. But I'll take your recommendation on the ocean spray. I don't know. Let's just see what the gout life is like for a minute. Not really. Anyway, goes down, drinks his gout juice, has his gout tea, and then hoofs his ass back upstairs. Or coffee occasionally. Hoofs his ass back upstairs, turns everything on, because it's not like he needs to change the settings. So turns everything back on, walks around for maybe another 15-20 minutes, goes ahead and gets the stream started, doesn't really say anything, just has that terrible music playing in the background, and then our boy finally punches in at about 10:30, 10:45, give or take. Excuse me. Streams for 4 hours or so, give or take. At this time, I think he was taking like a 2 or 3 hour break, right? So he's going downstairs, you're putting a meal together. If you clean up as you go, if you do your dishes as you go, how hard is it? How many dishes does our boy here really need to wash if you're just making veggie burgers? Let's be honest. Seriously. How many dishes does this man really need to wash? 2. The pan that he cooked it in, if he decides to cook it on the stove, and then the plate he's actually eating off of. That would be it. And if you're going to say, if one of you guys want to play devil's advocate and be like, oh, well, what about GTG? What if he decides to cut his vegetables? Do you really think he eats vegetables? Really? But let's go ahead. I'll go with that. Why can't he just cut all of those vegetables on the same plate, and then whatever he doesn't need, wrap up, put it back in the refrigerator, everything else he can just keep on that plate there. He could even rewash that plate if he wanted to before he eats off it, if he wants to go that extra step. And he can put all of his items on like a paper towel or something. But then again, ladies and gentlemen, and this is going to be for those who've, been around the block, who've seen Phil's stuff, he eats off paper plates anyway. So how many dishes is he really going through? For Christ's sake, the man had Thanksgiving dinner on a paper plate. So that cuts all that. So all we're talking about is the pan that he cooked it all in, or the skillet or whatever. And then cleaning off, I would hope, cleaning off the surface of the stove when he's done. But knowing Phil, he's probably one of those people who, if he doesn't see anything, then there is nothing on there. When in actuality, there's probably quite a bit on there and he just didn't see it. So what is that, ladies and gentlemen? 15, 20 minutes? Sits there and eats, sits down, may have himself a glass, have himself some gin and tonic, because it's been speculated that he probably drinks during the day, sometimes. Zones out for about an hour or two, and then heads back upstairs. Now, I don't know, or I can't remember, I should say, if he actually posts videos during that break. Actually, he does. I'm sorry. He does post videos. But he's admitted to us that it only took him 20 minutes. I don't know why he's lying back then to make it seem like it's longer, because he's trying to make himself seem more important. But 20 minutes, half hour to do all that. I'll give him 45 minutes just so he can get all the tags and everything going. Because if you remember back in these days, ladies and gentlemen, there were still 10-minute videos going on. Then he's back on stream with at least an hour and a half to spare. For Christ's sake, the man could take a shower if he wanted to. I think sometimes he actually does. And then he's back on stream. So let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen, his work day is not any 12 hours. It's probably closer to 8, maybe 9. It sounds better when Tevin breaks it down. All right, let's continue. Let's continue.
Needed to the job because... it's just constant stuff going on. And then, even then, it's not, because I'm not, even though I like to disconnect at night, I still got to be in the know what's going on and follow social media and everything. And half the time I get emails overnight about this video got fucked up and claimed, and this video is fucking this and that, and I got to fuck with stuff. When I had the office job, I was able to kind of disconnect. I had the office job, and I would work it, and then I could disconnect from it and do other stuff. And I really don't get that great feeling of disconnect doing this job. If anything, the most difficult thing about having that an
doing this job, I thought you were running a business, dude. It's a business, remember?
Office job would be the commute.
Well, before the IRS showed up.
Back and forth. The travel time sucks.
And state taxes.
I will admit, the travel time back and forth always sucks because it's just wasted time. Basically, it really is. You're not getting anything from driving there and back.
What are you talking about? You don't get anything for driving back and forth. Phil, that's how you get to your job, to make the money to put gas in the tank. What the fuck are you talking about? Is this really how he looked at life? Is this really how he looked at work? Oh man, I don't know why I have to commute back and forth, man. I'm not getting anything out of it. Take the bus. If that's the case, if you really feel like it's meaningless. Oh, see, you don't want to do that, though. You don't want to do that because you're too good for public transportation. You just make Panda do that. So, it's a waste of time because they get nothing out of the commute. Amazing! Amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, it is possible. I want to try to give the benefit of the doubt here, and it's the holidays. A decent set of human beings made this one. Think about that for a minute. I would like to think that his mother and father were decent individuals that came together to make this human being, this person. And this is what he came out like, with this type of logic, this type of mindset. And he thinks it's okay. Or it's okay for other people to have to go through that, not him. He's too good for that. But everybody else, though, shit, that's part of their grind. Sorry. Oh, God, that hurts. Snort. They weren't as fortunate as he was. They're not the lucky ones. So they have to deal with the everyday hustle and bustle, the grind, the rat race. I get to play video games for a living. Are you insane? Oh, the old stuff, man. I gotta tell you. It's like fine wine. Sometimes it's just too good, though, to be drinking. Sometimes.
That's why working from home is so beneficial. It doesn't. There's no wasted time, no wasted effort. You know what I mean? No Vash Yo-Yo. I am not going.
All you do is waste time and effort. You're not editing videos. If there's no wasted time and no wasted effort, then why can't you put more time into editing? Oh, you said that was too much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is at a time when he wasn't really. Excuse me. He wasn't actually taking streaming seriously. And he said that it was time-consuming and he just didn't have the time for it. But he says right here, though, that, you know what I'm saying, there's no wasted time, there's no wasted motion. And, in truth, the man makes his own schedule. I don't know. That bacon smell is starting to, that aroma is starting to become a bit more thick now.
See Justice League. Number one, because I don't have much, if any, disposable income to be wasting on shit like that. And it's incredibly expensive to go see movies in the theater. And number two, because I heard it's terrible. There's a viewer of mine who's a movie reviewer, and he already saw the movie, and he said it sucked. Much as everyone kind of suspected. I said hello. Boy, I said hello is like giving me an interrogation today. Now they ask, well, couldn't you just review the movie and make money on it? Sure, except that the review would be demonetized, like everything else on YouTube. All my vlogs get demonetized, no matter what. So if I reviewed the movie, it would immediately get demonetized and I'd make no money on it. So then not only would I have spent money to see the movie, then I would have spent time when I could have been playing games and making money, making a video review of the movie and made no money on that either. So it's a double whammy. There you go. Now, I have something else I need to say. Sorry this pre-stream is so long, but I...
Now let me cut in real fast. Going further into that, there were people offering him money to pay for the movie, pay for refreshments and you know, different types of treats and stuff while he's there, just so he could do a review for them, even if it gets demonetized, just to get his opinion on it, and he still turned it down. But yet he can stay up till, you know, 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, drinking gin, watching wrestling, and going over detractor videos, and he feels that's time well spent. All right, whatever, whatever. I'll say, if someone was like, hey, GTG, head to this movie for me, and not I'm going to send you this through PayPal or whatever, and just tell me what you think. Shit, quick, fast, and in a hurry. Unless it's a really horrible movie. Even then, I'll still go. I want gummy bears, by the way, so you might want to throw in a little bit extra for that. Ladies and gentlemen, last gift is going to be bit begging, because what is our boy not good at? Here we go.
It would be because I have so much to talk about. As you know, next week I'm taking time off. I'm trying to recuperate. I'm trying to heal. I'm trying to rest. I'm trying to come back so I can come back fully refreshed for the rest of the year. All right? I need it. My throat's all fucked up and everything, okay? However, that means 5 days away, right? 5 days away from streaming. And as you guys and gals know, with YouTube, which completely the bottom fell out of it earlier this year, ad revenue plummeted, really live streaming and the cheering, the subbing, the tipping, all that.
Okay, wait a second. Whoa. I gotta come in. Okay, you guys opened your last gift. You guys thought it was all right. Well, let's combo this together now. Okay, we're gonna bring it together like Legos, Transformers, whatever you want to call it. It's time to assemble. He just said that he doesn't have time to go to a movie. We're talking about 2 hours. 2 hours to go to a movie. 2.5 hours, if you will, with travel and whatnot, depending on how far his movie theater is. He doesn't have any time for that. But he does have time to take 5 days off from streaming to mess with his soulmate and do all those things. But he couldn't take off one evening, still stream in the morning, but take an evening off just to go and check out a movie that was going to be paid by other people, that he could have disputed the video from being demonetized. He could have disputed that, but he can afford to take 5 straight days off though. He's certainly an ungrateful piece of shit, ain't he? All right, let's continue.
On my life's blood. In fact, as I've told you guys, Twitch is now about 50% of my income. It is. Twitch has become massively more important to me. Live streaming and the interaction that we get because of, you know, the difference in balance now, the difference of my streaming and everything. That being said, I'm going to be away for 5 days, and because I'm going to be away for 5 days, that means there will be no subbing, tipping, or cheering for 5 days. That's huge. Because 5 days away of a 30-day month, that's a good, 1/6 of the month, and that's a big dip in income that I need to pay my bills. So, what I would ask is that while you're watching my Dark Souls 2 playthrough, right, and or anything else I'm streaming between now and the time that I'm off, please be aware that I am going to be away, and I do need, whatever support you can lend. Cheering, subbing, tipping helps me tremendously. If you could be maybe a little bit more generous during the next week, since I'll be away for 5 days, I'd appreciate that, alright? Keep in mind, I'm not asking you to go out of your way and go crazy. I'm just saying, be aware that if I have 5 days this month with no income, and I come back, and now I have a big dip in revenue, that just means there's less stuff I can do. Maybe I won't be able to cover every new release coming up in the next few months because I can't afford it, right? It's just that simple. And there's a lot of games coming out starting in mid-August. Holy shit. Just in August, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Now, yet again, as you saw on screen, he's breaking all kinds of TOSs. Over there on Twitch. He's getting away with all kinds of nonsense. Oh, it's amazing. It's just absolutely silly how that all works out. Now, let's talk a little bit real quick as this video starts to finish up. Excuse me. Is on how that... Okay, I got some water right there. Okay, how is it that our boy Dark here needs to recover? First off and foremost, he doesn't take care of himself. He still really doesn't. But he's certainly in slightly better shape now than he was then. That's the first thing. Second thing is, no one tells you to keep throwing your goddamn voice to the damn wall. The mic is right in front of you. Goddamn, you snort in it. You sit there and crumple your little water bottles in it. I don't know if you're trying to make yourself feel special. I'm not sure if you're trying to just exercise your grip. I don't know what it is that you're doing, but you don't need to be doing that dumb shit. The mic is right there. And you say that that's a laugh, but it's not a laugh. That's a, I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know what, I don't know what that is. And then your environment's a fucking pigsty. So of course you're going to be sick all the goddamn time. Of course you're going to be. So you saying that you need to recover, you need to get well, and this, that, and that, shut the, you're supposed to do that all year. Not just certain times of the year. This isn't hard to figure out. For you it is for whatever reason, but this is not hard to figure out. More importantly than that, it doesn't necessarily fall on your fan base to have to coddle you while that's going on. It seems a bit disingenuous, to say the very least. It's not a problem if people want to go out of their way to help you and whatnot, but they don't have to. But you're making it seem like it's almost an obligation, like they owe you. in some type of way, shape, or form. And that's unfair, and certainly very unreasonable. But, what are you going to do? They've already drinking the Kool-Aid. Jim Jones. Well, let's continue.
I think I'm counting 6 to 7 games in the second half of August. September has like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 games in September. Don't even get me started on October. Please, don't even get me started. Alright? So, all that going on, if you want to see me be able to cover all the hot new releases, I need your support. Alright? Fair enough? And it's funny because some people, well, Phil's going on vacation. I'm not going on vacation. Some people seem to be completely not understanding what this time off is. It's not. It's not a vacation. You want to know what I'll be doing during time
No, it wasn't a vacation for him. It was a vacation for Kat, if I remember correctly. So, you could say it was more of a staycation, but it was certainly a vacation in some ways. But Phil didn't actually go anywhere. But they were on the right track, though. Give or take. They were still on the right track.
Off. I'll be cleaning my house. I'll be basically just driving around town, maybe getting a little bit of mileage on the car, getting some fresh air. I'm not going anywhere or spending...
Listen, you're pressed for money, but you feel that it's a good idea to go out driving? Just to put some mileage on the car? Huh? I'm not sure if I understand that logic, sir. You going out and getting fresh air is definitely a good thing. You don't necessarily have to drive to do that. You could just go out for a walk. You could spend the afternoon doing that. It's not a bad thing, Phil. Some exercise won't kill you. Just saying. I don't know. I'm just nitpicking at that point. This is a detractor logic, I guess.
Money. I don't have any money to spend. It's just me taking time away from the constant talking on stream, because listen to my voice. I barely have one. You know, I barely have one.
As he emphasizes... Cute, Phil. Cute.
I'm not going crazy, driving, you know, spending crazy money. I'm not going to any hotel. You know what I mean? I'm not eating out at an expensive restaurant. None of that's going to happen. I don't have the money to do it. So, I don't want people to think, oh, Phil's going on an expensive paid vacation. He's flying out somewhere and spending thousands of dollars, and he expects us to cheer and come back, and he comes back. No. It's just me staying away from the stream for a few days to recuperate. That's the whole point. It's time off.
Yeah, guys, it's not like you've already done that for him before. So, I mean, you guys have flipped the bill for previous vacations and such. Why would this be any different? But not this time, guys. It's different this time around. Absolutely. I'm just flying another girl out to do all those things. I'm not really going to have to do any of that. I'm doing that for her. You know, just, that's going to help me recuperate. You know what I'm saying? Amazing! It's amazing how they let him get away with this. Oh. God bless Goutopia.
It's not a vacation. It's just time away. Ugh. Okay. How the hell did this Armit Toast asshole get back in here? I permanently banned him twice, and he's still back in here. Get this fucker out of here. Seriously, I'm gonna get him IP banned next time I see him. Because every time he's in here, he just says something fucking trolling. I'm tired of it. He thinks because he fucking subscribed with Twitch Prime that he can just say whatever he wants. He's a piece of shit. Get him the fuck out. One thing I want to say up front. All right.
Oh boy. And sadly, that is what took low... Well, that was one of the reasons, I should say, that took Low Tier God down the first time around. Shameful, to say the least. Shameful. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there are the gifts for the evening, day, afternoon, whenever you guys get around to opening it. Hope you guys enjoy. Oh, man. Going back through Phil's older material, dude, is literally the gift that just keeps on giving. I gotta say, I have not been disappointed just yet. And hopefully you guys haven't been either. But, ladies and gentlemen, we still have quite a few days to go. A little bit of a PSA. I'm going to be plugging an individual whose content that I respect, and has opened up has a new shirt in their tea's department, I guess you will, or tea shop, and I'm going to be plugging it over the next couple of videos. So I would hope you guys would just give me the benefit of the doubt, hear me out, and move forward. And I'm doing this for a kind of special reason, and because it actually helped me. It actually kind of helped me to get remotivated about a project that I had coming up towards the end of the year. It's not a big project, but it's something that easily could have been lost in the shuffle. And seeing this shirt design that him and another talented individual came up with really kind of sparked my interest and got the old noggin jogging, if you will. So in the next couple of videos, you'll see the plug. And just hear me out. That's all I'm asking. Just hear me out. And I'd very much appreciate it. This guy right here is though I haven't actually had a chance to speak to him directly, except for maybe once or twice, I respect what he does. Not only on YouTube, but as he streams. And he's been in some podcasts with some guys that, I am familiar with or I am cool with. So, I appreciate what he does, and I respect what he does. So, look out for that and future videos leading up till Christmas. Alright, guys? Alright. Thank you very much for spending yet again a little bit of time here for the spending time here for the days of Goutopia or Goutmas, or days of Goutopia, Christmas and Goutmas, whatever you want to call it. Same shit. Thank you very much. I will see you guys for there should be a news broadcast tomorrow, but there'll certainly be another days of Christmas / Goutmas in Goutopia tomorrow for sure, leading up till Christmas Day. Alright, guys? So take care of yourselves. Happy holidays. And I will see you guys for the next video of the broadcast. Take care.